Good evening, conscious creators. It is Sunday night, a little bit after 7 o'clock. I had some trouble getting a connection tonight. I don't know, my internet service is kind of shoddy. I'm not sure what's going on, but it's lights blinking, but I don't know. It just kept pausing on me. But anyway, welcome to 7 at 7 on Sunday night at 7 o'clock. Time for your mini life coach session. I'm Jean Aaron, aka the conscious creator like yourself. And tonight, we just have a brief session. It's gonna be a short session. It's not gonna be a long drawn out session tonight. I got just a little something to talk about. We're gonna talk about mindfulness tonight, and I'm gonna forego the announcements because I'm gonna hold off that until on Thursdays. I'm gonna start trying to do most of my announcements on Thursday unless there's something earth-shattering going on. But I would like to say good evening, everybody. I hope everybody had a wonderful Sunday and the weekend was, was good for you. It was a beautiful day yesterday, and today wasn't so bad either. I kind of stayed in cooking today. I was studying and cooking today, so my house is smelling it's almost like it's the holidays coming up. Just practicing, getting my practice on. I'm a little dangerous in the kitchen, but I'm better. I'm getting better. Every year at Thanksgiving, I have this tragedy or this accident that's going on. So I'm practicing. I'm getting ready for Thanksgiving this time. So if I do any cooking, I'm gonna hopefully kind of get through without any major events or major accidents. Because absolutely every Thanksgiving something crazy happens with me in the kitchen if I'm cooking. I don't plan on cooking this time. I think I had a couple of invitations, so I may be eating out, dining out with someone else. But I'll probably make a little something to take with me, huh? Maybe my grandma's sweet potato pie or something like that. But anyway, good evening. Welcome to the 7 at 7 on Sunday, your mini life coach session. And tonight we're talking about mindfulness. Hi, Jai. How things up in Ohio, girl? Things going well there. Hi, Norma. ¿Cómo estás? How's the family? How's everybody doing? Tell them I said hello. I love them. I miss you guys. As soon as COVID's over, I'm gonna shed the mask and come up and see you guys. I miss you guys. And hello, who else do I see? I see Norma, and and there's my daughter. Hi, kid. How you doing? Anyway, happy to see everybody here tonight. Just come on in. We gotta be talking about mindfulness. I kind of did a little preview on it on the Facebook group page this week a little bit because the topic seems to come up quite often when I'm talking to my clients about being mindful. And mindfulness is one of the things that in my initial consultation with my clients, we talk about spending some time in that quiet time, some meditation, making sure you have a definite prayer life or a meditative lifestyle, or you make sure that you incorporate that into your your routine or the changes that they're making. Hi, how's everybody doing? Love you back. So we're going to talk about mindfulness tonight. And you know what mindful is. Hopefully you know what mindfulness is. Mindfulness, I'm going to kind of give you a quick little definition of it too. But if you are not meditating or have a prayer life or kind of a downtime for yourself, quiet time, so you can just kind of quiet your mind and quiet the atmosphere and stuff that's going on about you, because we live in such a busy time. Stuff is always going on, catching us off guard, that we need some time to just exhale and take some deep breaths and get our breathing right and kind of listen to our breathing and making sure that we are breathing. Because sometimes we're working, like right now, I'm kind of talking, but I may have to take a little time and just breathe, because we do get excited about what's going on in and about us and a little anxious about that. So we need to have that. We need to have a definite time to reflect and be quiet and listen to ourselves and our bodies and our breathing and listen for our higher self, listen for God, for messages from the universe, from God and all. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. But we got to have a little twist on it, because I had a session with a client earlier last week, and he was going through some stuff. He was really having some tough times going through some stuff, and we were talking about it. I said, well, just take some time out, make sure you're still meditating and you're doing that, you're being present, you're doing what you need to be doing, to kind of quiet yourself and so you can, have some space in there to, really think about what you're thinking about, and that's part of meditating too. But and he kind of one of the things he just popped up and he said to me, he says, "We know, Gene, so many things are going on, and stuff is raggedy right now, and this is happening and that's happening, and things are coming at me, and I'm just frustrated. I'm just totally frustrated. This is when I stop to meditate or pray." He says, "I find myself just rehashing what's going on, and I can't, those thoughts just won't stop. They won't won't quit coming. They just won't keep coming." So what I suggested to him is I suggested that he use, just maybe a different technique. A lot of times I would tell them, tell them to kind of quiet yourself and, check your breathing and, do that and, watch what you think, watch your thinking patterns. See, just kind of maybe count the thoughts, and after you get to 6, stop and then start over again. It's just kind of count your thoughts that come up, and then or grab one that you want to hold on to, and that's just different techniques I give different clients. But he was saying that that he just couldn't grasp it. He just wasn't having any luck. All he was doing was he was just just rehashing the stuff that was going on. Well, what happened on that? He's just rehashing negativity. He's just bringing that, he's focusing on the negativity, on the stuff that's happening, that's going on, that's all around him, that's causing all the frustration and all the turmoil, that he can't get beyond that. He can't get beyond that. When he starts thinking, he said even when he's praying, he started praying, and before he get halfway through, he's back on, the problem, and he haven't really gotten to quiet himself enough to listen to see if he's going to get an answer or a suggestion or some ideas coming from his higher self to quiet him. So I'm going to tell you what I told him to do, and we'll share that with you. But I want to make sure that you understand the importance of meditating, and the importance of praying, and the importance of being present, and what it all means. And when you hear people say mindfulness, what are you talking about? Meditation, for the most part, is what you're talking about. But you're also mindfulness is basically it's a quality of the state of consciousness, and it's that quiet time. It's that time that you are in the present. You're in the current. You're in the moment. You're in the now. You are present and accounted for. Here and now is where you are. And really, that's where we ought to be all the time. Because if we're going to manifest and we're going to create, it's going to be in the present. It's going to be now. It's going to be present. It's going to be right this minute is what I meditate, when I'm creating. It's going to be right this minute when I'm living my life. Like right now, I'm experiencing you in the moment right now. If I stop and I wander off back into the past, then what I've done is I've gone back and I've vacated my current opportunity to experience life, and I've decided that I'm going to go and kind of just kind of reminisce and hang out on what happened before. And then when you got some negative stuff happening before, and you're meditating and you're focusing on that, well, you're just feeding that negativity. And you know how I am about negative. We don't do negative. We do positive. Okay, we do not mind. Never mind negativity. We don't mind negativity. We mind positivity. We concentrate and we focus and we put our attention on positive stuff. So when we're back in the past, if it's something bad, if it's something, that stuff that you're trying to avoid and you're trying to fix it yourself, which, if you're obsessing about it and frustrated about it and worried about it and fearful of it, you're not going to, your mind is in a negative zone, and ain't nothing positive going to happen in that negative zone. It's not going to happen. It's all bombarded with negativity. So don't, you want to fix it. You want something to happen. You want to experience some good quality life. You got to do it now. You can't do it in the future either. You can't go off into the future and think that you're going to experience your life. No, you got to experience what you want your life to be. And that's dreaming, daydreaming, fantasizing, wishing, all of that. That's in the future. But if you want to experience life, it's got to be now. It's got to be present, right here, present and accounted for. So what I tell my clients when they are frustrated and they got mess going on in their life and they just can't grasp, they can't focus and can't grab a positive thought. Because every time they start, they quiet their mind, the problem just overtakes them, bombards them. It's right in their face. So what I suggested that they do, if you must, because you need the downtime, you need an opportunity to take control of your thoughts, because that's your thinking there. That stuff that's happening, you're doing it. You're causing that, bringing that thought to yourself and bringing it into your awareness and bringing it to, you're doing it. So in order to take control of it, either do one or two things. Get an affirmation, and that's, you are wonderful, I'm beautiful, I'm great, I'm whatever, something positive. Grab hold of that and just, repeat that over and over as you are, paying attention to your breathing. And do pay attention to your breathing, because really you can't hold two thoughts at one time in your mind. Not going to happen. So if you are being attentive to breathing, if that works for you, and you can close out that negative and that mess that's happening in your world and in your life at the time, and get away from that fear for, a few minutes, and get away from the worrying and the frustration for a few minutes, then do that. Count those breaths and just breathe. Because what you want to do is you want to take control of that pattern of thoughts that are coming and going in your mind. And you don't want that negative stuff to keep coming, because you want to escape from it for a while. So get your affirmation, and if that doesn't work, what I tell them to do, this is the only time that I would suggest that you want to wander back in the past and hang out there for a while, is if you can go back in the past and you can recall a situation that you overcame, that it turned out good for you. It turned out wonderful. Something similar to what's happening maybe in your life now. But you can look back and you say, I went through that, and this is how it turned out. And it turned out good. It turned out positive. It was productive. You got some growth and some goodness out of it. Grab hold of that and just kind of visit that for a while. Visit that for a while, so you can just dismiss that negativity and that junk that's going on. And what happens is, in the process of you actually meditating or concentrating or focusing on that wonderful event that took place, that the thing that you overcame in the past, it's doing two things for you. It's giving you an opportunity to give some little praise about it and being grateful and thankful for it. And you know how gratitude is one of your highest vibrations. So if you get an opportunity, to reminisce, that's going to bring up, you're going to be happy, you're going to be joyful, and you're going to have an opportunity to be thankful for that happening. And it's going to reinforce the fact that whatever is happening now, this too shall pass. Because look what happened. I got this blessing. So what's to stop me from overcoming this particular, whatever the situation is, I can overcome it too. So if you can't do the breathing thing, and it keeps rushing at you, those negative thoughts and that situation just keeps, just facing you and all up in your face, try that. Try going back and remembering something good that you came through, some problem that you came through. And if you're here today and you're here right now, if you're in the present, something you came through. Here you are, you came through it. So go back, find it, reminisce about it, rejoice about it, express gratitude and thankfulness for it long enough to calm that frustration and that negativity that's trying to bombard you, so you can dismiss it. And once that gratitude, once that gratification starts flowing and that vibration starts speeding up, what's going to happen is you're going to start attracting other like vibrations, and that negative vibration is not gonna. It's gonna be too slow to catch on to your merry-go-round. Okay, so I want to leave that with you. It's very important. It is absolutely a must to meditate, to have a prayer life. We meditate to receive. We pray to express, to ask, to request. But remember, God already knows what you want. God already knows what you need. Universe knows, Creator knows what you need. So I say pray. My prayer is being grateful absolutely every morning. That's my prayer. My morning prayer is gratitude and thankfulness. So, thank you, universe, that you already know what I need. You already know what I want. You already know what's happening around here. And you know what? Thank you. Thank you that you're there listening and you're watching over it. Whatever. Just make gratitude a big part of your prayer life. Make it the bulk of your prayer life. And then meditate. Sit and quiet your thoughts. They're your thoughts, and you generate them. So you have the power to focus on a thought or on your breathing for a period of time. So you take control. That's your mind. Those are your thoughts. You control it. You're the captain of that ship up there. You're the captain of that mind. You're the captain of, you decide whether you want to think about the past or think about the future, or if you want to live and experience the present. That's your decision. That's your decision. So don't think that those thoughts are just coming at you from somewhere else. No, I'm not injecting any thoughts in you. I'm just giving you a suggestion. And hopefully when you're sitting down in your meditation time, you're going to say, oh, Jean said to try this, because I just can't shut out all this negativity. So I'm going to try this. And I'm going to see what happens. And I promise you that once you grab hold of that, it's got to work for you. Love and gratitude has never failed me yet. And it ain't going to fail you either if you get in the habit of practicing it absolutely every day, as often as you can throughout the day. I tell my clients when they're first starting with this, meditating and getting into mindfulness, I tell them to set their clock to maybe every 2 hours. Take about 5 minutes and just, do some mindfulness. Just practice mindfulness. Just do it for 3 or 4 days in a row, where you're doing it every couple of hours. Set your watch for alarms every 2 hours, and then you stop and you do a 5-minute meditation or a 5-minute mindful practice. So, and that works for them. And then they get in a habit where that 5 minutes turns into 10 minutes or whatever, and then they can do it 2 or 3 times a day rather than, every couple of hours. Start, if you're not in the habit of doing it, start that way. Start with doing, just checking yourself. And an easy check on this, 5 minutes, just check your breathing. Just do a 5-minute breathing thing. Or do a 5-minute scan in your body, see what's happening with your body. Like, what am I feeling? How am I feeling here? Or thinking, what am I thinking? Count your thoughts, as a thought, as you get a thought, count them and see how many thoughts you can get in, 5 minutes or whatever I gave you. You'll lose count, I promise. Because that's how, I do. But my mind is going, I don't know how many miles an hour, but it goes. But anyway, you guys, I hope you understand what I'm talking about. I hope you're getting something out of this. I was speaking with a client earlier tonight, and we were talking, and I told her that hopefully she's listening in. If she's not, she's got to tune in later, because I told her that she was sharing with me that she's going through some things too, and she just, it's just, stuff is happening to her and happening all the time, and she just can't seem to get a grasp on it. So I hope if you're out there, I hope you're listening, and I hope you got a chance to listen and to hear some suggestions on how you can get a grip on some of those things that's happening at you. You can take control of them. Live in the now, y'all. Absolutely nothing happens. Nothing happens but now. If it happened, it happened in the past. And if it hasn't happened, it's going to happen. Going to happen. It hasn't happened yet, so it's going to be in the future. We are here right now, and this is where we have our life. This is where we have our experience in the now. Don't get caught up in yesterday or in the future. Don't waste your precious time. Make sure that you spend as much time as you can in the present. That's the only way you can manifest best. You got to do it in the present. Guys, I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope you got something out of it. Mindfulness, a prayer life, is an absolute must if you're a conscious creator. And if you're a conscious creator, I know you guys are doing it, but I hope something I told you tonight you can add to your practice and do well. Remember, gratefulness and love ain't ever gonna fail you, baby. Y'all take care. Manifest best. I'll see you on Thursday for the Conscious Creators Toolbox. We're talking about the true, authentic self, and it's gonna be fun again on Thursday. So come join me on Thursday at 7 o'clock for the Conscious Creators Toolbox. I love you guys. Have a wonderful week, and manifest best. God bless.